Welcome back. So in the previous video, we have set up a FaceReader. We have decided on general settings for the project, and we tested also a recording just to show you how the different visual information are presented during a recording. But most of the time, we are not recording with FaceReader during an experiment. We are using Cobalt Capture to actually capture the face of the participant, get a video, and then we are post-processing this file inside FaceReader. So the goal of this video is to show you this workflow, which is the main workflow at the lab, so that you understand how we can actually conduct an experiment using FaceReader, but to use Cobalt Capture to record, and in conjunction with using Tech3lab. So let me show you what we have prepared for this experiment. First of all, I have Cobalt Capture. I first need to create a project and a participant as we've done last time. But this time it's different. I need to select the webcam and not the screen. I don't want to record the screen. I only want to record the face of the participant. So I add a new project, and so this project is a test for the video on FaceReader, and it's created by myself. And I want a camera only, right? The only thing I want Cobalt Capture to record is only the face of the participant using the webcam. So I confirm. So I find my project here in test video FaceReader. It's now time to also create the participant in the project. So for that, we create an add participant, and we add, in this case, P01, our first participant, and we select the blue box. And prior to the experiment, I checked, we have the blue box number 3. So I'm going to select the blue box number 3, and I confirm. I now have a participant created in my project. And as we've done last time, I can click on the copy participation link. It's been copied. I open another tab and I paste this link in the address of the web browser, which creates my participation, and I say allow while visiting this site. We're now ready to move to Tech3lab, the timeline. Prior to this, in the preparation of this video, we have created a timeline. So let me present it to you. The timeline is very similar to the experience we have conducted in the previous video on electrodermal activity. So here, what we have, instead of having cats, we have different situations that are emotionally charged. Some of them, they are pleasant, some of them, they are unpleasant, and it should generate some emotional reaction by our participant. So the way it's structured is very similar to the previous video. It starts with a calibration of 9 points. Then it moves to an instruction where we're asking the participant to casually watch those videos as they would at home and rate those videos from 1 to 5 on 2 scales. So the first scale, after presenting a clip of video, so you see a video was inserted here in the timeline, and following that we have these 2 behavioral response. First of all, we have a question about how pleasant or unpleasant those videos are from 1 to 5, and a second one where we're asking them the arousal or excitement from very calm to very excited from 1 to 5. So again, we repeat this with these 5 different video clips. You'll see they are, again, very emotionally charged in a very different way, and we should have 5 very different emotional response when we look back at the video in the analysis. All right, so we're almost ready to start here. We need to move to the record tab, and either we create a new participant. In this case, we had created it previously. We have participant number 1, and you see that the start recording button has turned red. So we are now ready to go. We have the participant number 1. We have on the Cobalt Capture, we already have created a participant, and what we need is to copy the link of the recording and open a new tab in the browser. We'll copy the tab, and as I press enter, it will start recording. So the recording has started, and I can move back to Cobalt, and I see that my participant one is currently recording. I click here and I see the face of Salima attending our experiment. All right, I'm going to check afterward if she has any question about the instruction. It's okay. Any question about the instruction? All right. So let's go and move to the start of experiment by pressing next stimulus. So you can see that the first video is positively charged. Already we have Salima smiling, looking at dogs. And as she presses, automatically it moves to the next question. And this will start the next stimuli. All right, so this time we have something very disgusting. And we can see that Salima reacts negatively to the stimuli. All right. All right. So this one is definitely more funny. All right. Again, the behavioral response from the participant. Another one, this time a little bit surprising. Okay, a surprising way of dealing with the cards. Oh, this one is definitely scary. Let's see the reaction of Salima. Oof. Okay. All right, that's it. So we've completed the recording, and what we need now to do is to press continue to save locally on the computer the recording. So that's it. So we have completed the recording. So now that the experience is completed, Cobalt Capture at the end of the experiment will automatically download locally the file that we can now use. And so this file, here I've put it in a folder. I renamed it so that I would know exactly what it is. So it's a P01, and it's for our FaceReader video training. So this video is currently in the AVI format, and if I double click on this, I will see the recording that was done only of the webcam of the participant of Salima. So this is obviously, we have some synchronization value that we could link this file to other recording we've done during the experiment. But for today's demonstration, the main purpose is to learn how to post-process this and analyze inside FaceReader the video of the data collection. So I have my video, and I open FaceReader. And in FaceReader, remember, I already have my participant number 1. We had a first test we did earlier on in this video training. And this time I want to analyze, I right-click on the participant, and I want to add a video, right? The first time around, I had click on camera. This time I'm choosing a video, a pre-recorded video, and I will go and look for this on my desktop. I have here a folder called for my recording, and I will select this video in AVI format. I opened it, and I now have the video. It's not yet post-processed, right? I just opened the video inside my participant, and if I click here on Start Analysis, I will have an analysis of the video. It is 3 times the pace of the experiment because I'm analyzing every 3 frames. So you see that it goes really fast, and I could still, while it's being done, look at the various data collected, and we see that we have huge fluctuation depending of the nature of the stimuli. I don't have the marker, but I clearly see that I've created a meaningful impact on the participant because of the various nature of the stimuli. So this is re-recording, and we've recorded past the end of the experiment. It's not the end of the world. We now have a post-process video. Obviously, if you're recording for 1 hour, expect this to take a longer time, right? So in our case, we had only a 5 minute and 40 seconds recording. So now we're done with this, and we'll now move to exporting this as a file. So if I right-click on the analysis, I can export participant analysis results. Remember, many of the settings we had initially are at the project level, so we already decided how we want the data to be exported. I click here on Export Participant Analysis, and let's say for this, I'm going to go back to my folder. I'm going to select this, and I will just use this setting. You don't need to change the setting. I click here. So now that we have exported the data from FaceReader locally in our folder, we see that we have our analysis here that was exported. It's probably the larger file, the one in this case with almost 1 megabyte. If I open this file, I will see that the content is difficult to read, but I see that all the data is contained in the file, and the best way to somehow do a quality check, right? The data is not analyzed right now. We need to post-process this inside PhotoBooth and synchronize the data. But as a way to make sure that your data seems valid and that you see some variation and fluctuation, one interesting way is to bring the data inside Excel. And you can see that in Excel, I have all my variables that were exported with per epoch, right? So I have one line for these epoch of time, and we have a prediction, right? So for every line, so this is the sampling of our data here. So every line corresponds to a period of time, and we have a prediction of what is the most probable emotion reaction for every line. So just one way to check if your data you find some variance, because what we expect at least is that the nature of the video created different type of emotional reaction. So let me just select a column here. I will do a quick line graph using this. So you see that I do indeed have some variation of happiness that probably correspond to the different nature of the stimulus. I could do the same with like another one. Let's say the overall valence in my stimulus is probably also in the same way. You see here we had some pretty positive and very negative stimulus, negatively charged stimulus. So you see that at some point we had some negative value with regards to valence. So it seems that the data was recorded properly, that we have exported it in the right way. And I will refer you to other video series we have on this platform to see how we now can use this file to synchronize with other modality, including electrodermal activity and eye tracking using our PhotoBooth software. But for the moment, it concludes the experiment and the demonstration we wanted to do today. What we've learned today is the following: we were able to record the automatic facial analysis of a participant using Noldus FaceReader with the version 9.1. We have chosen some very specific settings for the export of the file. And as I mentioned, you may want to revisit if those settings are still valid when you watch this video. So we did a test where we used FaceReader to record a participant, and we were able to see live during the interaction the face of the participant and the prediction of FaceReader. This is a rare case. Typically, we use Cobalt Capture to make a recording, and we don't have the live ability to have the prediction live, which is not super useful. We use Cobalt Capture to do so, and we were able to make a recording of our participant's face, and we then went back into FaceReader to post-process and have this prediction in a text file, and we were able to use Excel to validate the information. So what would be next would be to go, and I will refer you again to our photo booth video series so that you can learn now how can I take this file with the recording of the blue box, let's say electrodermal activity, and with the recording of the eye tracker, so that all this data can be synchronized into one single file ready for analysis. Thank you for watching.